Hey everyone, Mary Hayes here, Faith Formation Office. Got a question for you. Do you recognize this person? I know some of you are like, oh, come on, Mary, that's easy. I know who that is. Duh, you're boring me. Well, some of you might not know who that is, so I'll give you a little hint. You might recognize this image a little better. Yes, Divine Mercy image. This is the Divine Mercy. So what does she have to do with this image? Well, she was instructed by Jesus. That is Sister Maria Faustina Kowalska, a Polish nun who was instructed by Jesus to have this image, this very image of the pale and red coming from his breast, the blessing and the words, Jesus, I trust in you, signed at the bottom. He appeared to her and he said, I want you to have this image painted of me, and I want it on the Sunday after Easter to spread the message of divine mercy throughout the world. Wow, tall order. She had no idea how to paint, but she was very earnest. She tried, and she prayed to Jesus for some guidance, and he sent her another image of a priest who would be the confessor for the nuns. His name was Father Sopocko, and he told her to confess to this priest, and she did. And she told this priest about the image. Well, he would have thought that would have went a little better. He had to have her psychiatrically evaluated because she was making a really huge claim. Jesus came to me, told me to make this picture, I need help painting it, and what? So they did. They checked her out. She was declared perfectly sane, and Father Sopocko became her spiritual advisor and helped her to get that picture painted. She worked with an artist with this picture very closely, and a lot of work went into that. And even when it was done, it's a beautiful, beautiful rendition, but she cried because it wasn't as beautiful as she felt Jesus was. And she cried to Jesus, telling him, how am I going to bring your beauty to these people? But he again answered her and consoled her and said, it's not about the brush, it's not about the color, but about my message of grace and mercy. So she made peace with this image, and she did as instructed. But incredible woman, she had a lot more of it. As Father Sopocko had told her to keep a diary of all the things that she had experienced, and that Jesus allowed her to see a lot of things. One of the quotes from her diaries, which I'm going to share with you because I'm going to have to read it, really struck me. And I'm going to read it to you from her. When I say me, it's meaning Jesus. She's speaking from Jesus' perspective. And the quote is, "Oh, how painful it is to me that souls so seldom unite themselves to me in Holy Communion. I wait for souls, and they are indifferent toward me. I love them tenderly and sincerely, and they distrust me. I want to lavish my graces on them, and they do not want to accept them. They treat me as a dead object, whereas my heart is full of love and mercy. In order that you may know at least some of my pain, imagine the most tender of mothers who has great love for her children, while those children spurn her love. Consider her pain. No one is in the position to console her. This is but a pale image and likeness of my love." Wow, that's the quote. That's pretty kind of sad that Jesus thinks we look at him as a dead object, or someone without love and mercy, and yet he sent that image to us. Sister Faustina's feast day is October 5th, and I invite you, and I include myself in that invitation, to honor her, her soul and what she was about, her works, by spending some time in prayer with Jesus. Maybe go to Mass, or receive the Eucharist, and above all, be merciful to others and ourselves. And I think that would be the best way to honor the message of mercy throughout the world. Stay safe, and God bless.